How I would learn artificial intelligence in this year, 2025, and what no one is telling you. First of all, why should you listen to me? I'm a self taught data scientist and I've learned machine learning and deep learning on my own by building my own curriculum. And I've did that since 2023 and I've documented the whole journey online. So I know the struggles of the beginners, and most importantly, I'm not just an influencer who is just a teacher on YouTube. I'm an experienced trainer. I have worked as a trainer at Google Cloud for with training Google Cloud's customer. I've did that more than 5 6 years. Before that, I was a trainer, freelance trainer. Before that, I was a software developer. So I'm not an influencer, but I'm a technical person, and this journey of learning AI, I've done it myself. You can check it on my GitHub repository since 2023, 2024, 2025. I've quantified my journey publicly on GitHub, YouTube, everywhere you can see it. So I've done this myself and I can help you guys save a lot of mistakes and save pain in your journey. Okay. So what no one else is telling you. What everyone else is telling you is AI is a very important skill to learn. But what no one else is telling you is that it has a very confusing roadmap. Okay. It is very easy to kind list just one courses after another and make it seem like this is the roadmap. You do the courses one after another and you will learn it. So it puts the onus of learning on the student and their ability to follow just list of courses one after another. No, if you take a wrong turn in your learning journey, it will lead to death. You will be demotivated, your efforts will go wasted, your money will go waste, and you will probably stop learning. So it has a confusing roadmap, and choosing the right one is very important. Then another thing, most influencers are fake experts. Okay, here AI is such an important skill to learn that everyone is trying to learn it, everyone is trying to sell you courses around it. So it has become this whole thing now, and that has led to a lot of chaos and noise here. But most of the influencers are fake experts. There is a lot of noise here, and sifting through it and finding the right ones is very hard. And the final part is there are great experts, there are but many of them are boring teachers. So you have fake influencers who are fake experts. You have great experts, but who are boring teachers. So what do we do? So these are the difficulties you will find. And a solution of that is a systematic way of learning AI, which I will tell in the next slide. So what is a systematic way of learning AI? You study AI as four pillars. You make progress in each. If you just make progress on one aspect, it is like building just one leg of a table and thinking it will be steady when it stands. No. To have a steady table, to have a steady fundamental, to have a steady knowledge, you need to have equal knowledge in all. So this pillared approach will help you do that. So the first pillar here is online courses or theory courses. So this is just one of the four pillars. This is not all of them. So many people just focus on courses, and as you can see, is a very narrow way of learning AI. Then the second one is code. It is very essential. Everything you learn in theory, you should be able to speak that in code by yourself. Okay. So this is the second pillar. Both of them need to be equally strong. And then the third pillar is application of that code, wherein you solve real life problem, where you do projects. The projects not by copying, there are many copy paste project on LinkedIn. No, not those kind of projects. Projects which are unique, projects with real problem, the problem which you yourself face, and if you would love it if someone would solve them. So doing those quantifies the value of the knowledge you have learned. And then the final one is research papers. So you see, in my experience, what I've seen is most people focus on just courses or research papers. They don't focus on the rest of the aspects here, but do focus on all of them and don't do too many courses. If you get stuck in that, you will probably be demotivated and your progress will be very slow. So in our learning map, our goal is to, complete all these, to have a balanced growth in your knowledge, so that we have a theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge, and the knowledge which helps us get job as well. So to do that, we can't be doing a regular roadmap where it is just list of one courses after another. No. Our goal is to minimize the number of courses to learn from. Not maximize, minimize. And whatever few courses you have chosen, do them well. Don't do course hopping from one course to another, and it will never clear your fundamentals. Okay. You will never learn coding. You will probably just learn derivation or just words. You will not have any understanding. So, goal is to minimize the number of courses to learn from. They should cover everything. Okay. We are not maximizing stuff, we are minimizing. They should be comprehensive, and there shouldn't be they all should be very high quality courses, because there are too many low quality courses on internet, right? And these courses just repeat same explanation again and again and again. None of them are teaching in any unique way, and none of them have good visualizations also. So minimize the number of courses to learn from. Make sure that they are comprehensive. Make sure that this mistakes doesn't happen. And one of the top recommendations as what not to do for beginners is my next slide, which is don't do Andrew ng specialization. Okay, in my earlier slide I talked about great experts are boring teachers, some of them, and Andrew ng is a great expert. He's also a good teacher. But for a beginner, the style of teaching is actually quite boring. It's no judgment, it's no criticism on the style of teaching. It is, if you are starting as a beginner, you are already stuck into difficulties of this new subject, and then rest of the stuff make it very difficult to follow along. So I don't recommend this Andrew Ng's course as a beginner. They're great course, but I myself have gotten stuck here. I know very large number of people who have all gotten stuck here. It is a very common wrong turn, which is a top recommendation by everyone. Okay, this is a great course, but not as a beginner. Once you have an overview, once you know coding, once you have done something, once you are familiar, then when you go to this course, you will get tremendous value. But if you start with it, it's like learning driving on Ferrari directly. You're gonna crash it, you're gonna waste money, and you're not gonna learn. Okay. So what are the essential courses? You can go to this website is.gd slash IYOKAJI, or scan the QR code on the right hand side. This list of courses which you see here, these courses are incredible because they are short, they are coding related, they immediately get you started on the coding part. Zero to Mastery course, which is mentioned here, it's one of the most direct courses which comes to the coding part here. Then deeplearning.ai. Before, I recommended don't do Andrew Ng's this specialization, but he's the same one who has crafted these courses in deeplearning.ai. They are incredible. They are incredible. And then these are the few libraries by Hugging Face Tim, Transformers, then three brown, one blues, three blue, one browns series, incredible. Then we have neural network from scratch, amazing visuals, amazing animations, amazing video series. So these are conceptual with visualization, with coding, with fundamentals. It's a very nice mix of courses, and they are not too complicated for beginner to start. So when you do this, you will have a quite nice grounded knowledge about the whole thing. So that's one pillar. Second pillar is coding. Start coding as soon as possible, and Kaggle is a great place for it. Here at the bottom, these are all the libraries which you should be using to do the coding. And as long as you have done this, you actually know all the essential stuff which is required. We have PyTorch library, and here at the bottom, these are the ones: TIM, diffusers, and transformers. These are quite popular. They are open source with a large number of models which are hosted here. So really, really amazing. With this code, you can go on Kaggle. Kaggle is like a social media for data scientists. Okay. This is a great place to start your learning, practicing your learning. And here you should aim for at least an expert rank. So what is it? Kaggle has a thing called as a ranking, where globally it tells you where do you stand with everyone in the world. And here, if you check, if you get into top 15,000 in the world, it's such an amazing way to quantify that you are better than these many, you have done this much work, this is your efforts, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And you see, then most of the people are at contributor and novice level, which is not much activity here on Kaggle. So Kaggle is a great place to start because it allows you to quantify your knowledge, highlight your knowledge, and when you make progress, it is immediately visible here. So I started learning from 2022. It took me a lot of time to get into this, and all my public activity, trial and error, everything is here. I haven't yet participated on a big competition, which I will soon. But in notebooks, I'm in the expert data set and competitions. I'm going to start contributing. So do Kaggle, do these libraries, use PyTorch. Hugging Face is a top thing. This is a great place, and do this pillar of the learning journey, which is coding. Then the third pillar, which is applications. Do the projects. Host your projects on Hugging Face space. So Hugging Face is a place where all of these models, all of these things are hosted in just one place. If you check here, every week, what are the top spaces? Spaces is nothing but demo of a project. These demos by good companies, by good developers, they are hosted here. And then this functionality is part of this. So if you can see, describe anything model. Here, by clicking on anything, it gives such a detailed stuff. Okay. So these are existing problems which are being solved. You can do them here, and you can then customize on top of it, build on top of it. If your project is very interesting way of solving a specific problem, that thing will become trending on the space. So having a large number of demos and portfolios on your space will showcase the projects you're doing. Okay. So do the coding, do the projects, and then the final part is research paper. Okay. So research paper is, you can for that go to Hugging Face daily papers. Hugging Face is a very nice place where everything is in one place. So if you go to Hugging Face, here at the top account, there is something called as daily papers. If you click here, this is list of top research papers every day, every week, every month. So maybe you could do monthly, and every month what are the top research papers. You find out which ones are good, then you bookmark them, and then they go to your profile as upvoted ones. And you can then over time actually see which ones do you want to read, which ones do you want to learn, and you want to kind of like save them into your collection, and then you can read them one by one. So this is a great place for it. I have two collections, which is NLP and computer vision. These two ones list essential research papers you should study, and I've just hosted them here in my collection. So these are essential ones, not the complementary. The essential, where is, yes. These are the essential ones. Once you kind of like learn them well, you will have a very good knowledge of the what is the frontier of this field. So this covers the research paper aspect of it. So going back to the slide where we talk about the four pillars. So do them all. Courses, I've given the list of courses. Then code, each of this has to be complemented with the code. All of these courses have very practical assignments, do them. And then you would have learned coding pretty well. Do the projects, then you have the application side of your AI done. And research papers has to go hand in hand with all of this practical aspect. If you just read research paper, if you just do courses, your knowledge is extremely narrow. To have a hands-on knowledge, this is the method you should follow. And when you do that, the field is so important. Field here, there is a place for skilled resources always. If you have theory and practical knowledge both, you are a skilled resource. And there is never a problem for skilled resource to get a job. And especially in AI, The resources are so highly paid that you don't even have to worry. Once you cross the threshold of how useful your skills are, you are set. So this is how you should learn AI, and this is how I'm learning AI. And on my chat third years of learning this, I'm following the same thing. I'm doing courses, coding, projects, research papers, and by the end of this year, I'm hoping all of my learning will get finished, and this is gonna be great then.